What's up, y'all? Y'all are tuned into another edition of the Link Up featuring Simone Stanley, Lord Brunson, and yours truly, Tone DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. I know a lot of y'all have been gearing up for the show. I can't wait to kick it with these beautiful people. This is the dopest part about the week right now. I get to kick it with Simone Stanley. I get to kick it with Lord Brunson. This is the vibe I've been looking for. I gave all my emotion yesterday. I don't know if I have any emotion left, y'all, but I need to check the pulse of where y'all at. I need to check the pulse of y'all households, how we holding up, how we feeling. I just need to hear from the horse's mouth just where y'all minds at. Please, Simone, let's start with you. Let's get right into it. We ain't gonna waste no time.
The emotion left my body last season when we went on that loser streak. So I can't even get emotional anymore. If I get emotional, that's on me for being delusional and for being dumb. You fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 10 out of the last 13 games, shame on me. I can't be emotional anymore. I'm emotionally dead. It's given deadbeat baby daddy. Why you get your hopes up? Because he sent you that child support one time in the last 10 months. So now you got your hopes up and you get your heart broke when he don't send it next month. You know what you're dealing with. You know what I know what I'm dealing with. That check might process, it might not. If the check process, i.e. we win a game, great. But I ain't expecting nothing from this team. I don't expect nothing. Any expectations, that's for me for being an idiot. This team has proven that they ain't she. Every once in a while, they might hit on some she. You know what I'm saying? Packers game, they hit on something. Saints game, they hit on something. But overall, they ain't she. A broke clock is right twice a day. Okay? Every once in a while, they're going to show some flashes and they're going to get our little hopes up. Let me tell you what kind of sick, twisted ass team we dealing with. Let me tell you how sick this team is. Yesterday, they decided to give us hope at the end of the game. That's the kind of sick mind games this team plays. Instead of us just being able to be done and cut the game off, they decide to all of a sudden run Saquon, get a little touchdown, reel us in a little bit. Instead of just cutting us loose, taking us out our misery, they decide to get a touchdown. They decide to block a punt and then return it from them 2 points. They decide to give us just a little life just to get us excited. They feed off getting us excited. They will never get me excited again. I guarantee you.
I bet you they will. I bet you they will. You know what?
I said it, LB. I said it yesterday when they was on that little Saquon touchdown block punt for it. I told the dude next to me at the bar. I said, "You see what they doing, right? They getting us reeled in. They getting us hyped up. They still gonna lose this goddamn game. They just can't let us have no. They gotta draw us in. We might have a chance. You know, if."
This the thing, though. This the thing. There was some fight to a degree. You know what I mean? There was some slight heartbeat to a degree. If Jalen Hurts on that drive where the ball don't get strip sack, it's a 7-point game. It was some fight to a degree. You know what I mean? But do I think even if he would have scored, we would have won the game? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And that's what I think a lot of people getting misconstrued from yesterday's game. First of all, the defense, I don't even want to even mention them. Because I feel like at the air in my lungs is too important to be talking about some guys who went out there and gave zero effort. Zero effort. It was a complete and utter shit show. Excuse my French, but that's the only way that I could describe it. The defense was atrocious. Baker Mayfield was looking like Baker Brady, Baker Montana, Baker Marino. Gold jacket Baker. You know what I'm saying? I talked to my old head today. Give him the gold jacket Baker. Disgraceful, man. This defense couldn't stop the run, couldn't tackle. And it's a couple guys that we need to just be done with for real, man. It's a couple guys we just need to be done with for real. And I mean back, man. But Maddox, what are you doing still here, bro? You know what I'm saying? N'Kobe Dean, it is trash, man. Trash. Almost had me back in, but missing 5 tackles as a linebacker in the same game, it don't make no sense. How is, and I talked to Tone about it today, how is BG at 36 years old outplaying people that's 25 years old? How? We got a problem on the defensive side of the ball, and it's a mindset thing. Nobody wants to be physical. Nobody wants to tackle. Baker keeping the ball at the 2-yard line. Baker Mayfield should have been in the blue tent. Now I don't wish injury on nobody. If your safety is as big as Reed Blankenship meeting Baker Mayfield in the hole, it should have sounded like a car accident. It should have been pieces are flying in the air. It should have been done right there for Baker. You know what I mean? But we dive in people's ankles. What's the mind of this team for real? Now listen, Gardner Johnson, that's my dog. We all know what CJ is capable of. He ain't have his best game. You know what I'm saying? So we can't talk about everybody and not talk about Gardner Johnson. He got to tighten up too. He know that. You know what I'm saying? But after losing guys on this team that wear a C on their chest like Slay, posting his career stats after the L. Like we care about after an embarrassing performance. It's a mindset thing that's going on with this team. I don't like it for real, man. You know what? When the defense come out there and play with that mindset, naturally the casual fans look at the quarterback because what the hell was supposed to do about how that defense played? We really gonna sit here and let the national media, let content, let people on Twitter say that they expected Jalen Hurts to have a firefight with Baker Mayfield in their offense playing like that, with Jalen with no AJ. Come on, man, let's be for real. Now Jalen got to tighten up too. But what was you really expecting offense without AJ Brown, no Devon? Guys dropping passes, guys pushing people into the kicker, into the returner press conference talking about, I ain't know that was the rules.
You know what?
Talk about Nick Sirianni or Jalen Hurts because the defense was the biggest issue that I've ever seen in my life. I can't even talk about Jalen Hurts turnover issues. Everybody want to make that a big deal all of a sudden. I can't talk about nobody but that defense and their mindset. That's right. I can't even diagnose nothing else.
Okay. I love how y'all approached it. Let me take these off because I need to be able to see. This team has a culture issue. This team has an accountability issue. This team has an identity issue. This team has a plumbing issue. They have carpentry issues. They got bug issues. They got everything issues, okay? I look at this team. I was watching this team yesterday. And the moment Zach Bond in the first quarter, first drive for the Buccaneers, Zach Bond tipped the ball. It went right into the receiver to the Buccaneers. When I saw that moment, I said to myself, oh, this is going to be one of those kind of games. Everything going to go their way, and we're going to have to fight and claw for this one. So I said to myself, okay, it's going to be real important for this team to come in with some pride, come in with some effort, come in with some kind of soul. Because this isn't just a game for us, right? This is the Buccaneers, mainly because the Buccaneers have ruined our seasons 2 times out of 4 years during the Jalen Hurts era. They've ruined our playoff chances. And they've also made Jalen Hurts look like a fool more times than not. So this game against the Buccaneers goes beyond just your average week 4 matchup. It's deeper than rap for us, right? So I look at this team and I'm trying to figure out, what are you trying to accomplish? What are you trying to do? What's your identity? You know what I mean? How do you want to set the tone during a football game? And for 4 straight weeks, we have gotten 4 different products from this Philadelphia Eagles team. I have no idea who they are. I have no idea what they want to do. And, you know, Kellen Moore, we brought him in believing he can take Jalen Hurts' game to another level. And we have seen Jalen Hurts improve in certain categories, right? But there's something stinky about the philosophy and how they approach offense. There's something stinky about it. And I'm going to be honest with you. I've caped and I've tried to salute and I've tried to support and I've tried to posture for Nick Sirianni on so many different occasions. I've tried to say, you know what? He's just a different kind of coach. Every coach ain't the X and O guru. Every coach ain't the defensive. I tried to give him so many angles, so many outs. I've taken arrows for this man. I'm done with that. Nick Sirianni got to go. He has to go. Everything that he prides himself on, or everything that he prides this team on, as far as what they believe in and what they want to accomplish, as far as fundamentals, as far as taking the ball away, as far as protecting the football, as far as getting scoring early, right? As far as leaning on your running game. And so this team, every aspect of Nick Sirianni's resume that he prides himself on, and he prides this team on, and what he tries to instill, they're failing at. So that tells me something. That has to say something. Everything that every piece of value you bring or you're trying to provide, the team is not reciprocating that on the football field. All you hear is Nick Sirianni say the same things in his press conferences. Fundamentals, fundamentals, fundamentals. Where's the fucking fundamentals, Nick? Where's the fundamental tackling, right? You don't learn how to tackling a damn donut. You learn how to tackle putting hands and feet on somebody. You feel what I'm saying? I just saw a team yesterday that looked disjointed, looked like they already chalked up the game before the game even started. They looked like they already made their mind up about how this was going to go. The body language, how they move. It looked like the Buccaneers and the Eagles were playing at two different speeds. I have a huge problem with leadership because all it does is trickle down. We could point at Kellen Moore. We could point at Vic Fangio's system and the scheme and all that kind of stuff. It's not our favorite scheme, but let's be honest, man. We've seen people make plays in it, but let's be honest. This goes to the top. This goes to the head coach. This team is a reflection of Nick Sirianni. Just think about it. How Nick Sirianni at the podium. He always looks as if he doesn't know what to do, doesn't know what to say. He always looks like he's surprised by a question. Never really has an answer, right? It always just seems like he's searching for or mining for a response. I could handle Nick Sirianni press conferences better than him. So what I'm trying to say is, when I look at how Nick Sirianni moves as the coach of this team, it's reflecting in how they play, right? I look at the Kansas City Chiefs, and look, that's a different animal. But follow me here. The Chiefs have not been playing good football for 4 straight weeks. They have not. They've been struggling. Their defense has kept them in games, right? But the offense has not been good. But still, you see a certain diligence. They're buttoned up regardless of how well they're playing. Regardless if things go their way, you see how buttoned up they are. This team is not buttoned up. This team is immature. You don't perform the way you did in New Orleans from a defensive perspective. You don't perform that way and then show up the way you did in Tampa Bay. The math not mathing. That don't add up. That's a mentality issue. That's a preparation issue. That's a culture issue. That's a heart issue. You see, when you play like that, that's tolerated. That's tolerated because there's no way I can't believe they teaching them to play like that. I can't believe that. So that means you're tolerating that. What are the habits? What's going on Monday through Saturday? I'm having a hard time wrapping my mind around how serious I should take this team in 2024. And this would be my last point, and I'll let y'all cook. We always talk about what's going on in between the white lines, right? What's going on the grass. But I want to make it hit home for a lot of people, right? I want to talk about the economics of this shit. AJ Brown, $32 million. He didn't play, but I want to put it in perspective. AJ Brown, $32 million. Devontae Smith, $25 million. Bryce Huff, $17 million a season, $51 million over 3 years, $34 million guaranteed. Jalen Hurts, $50+ million. Saquon Barkley, $12-13 million, has a chance to make $14-15 if he hits all his incentives. Dallas Goedert, top 5 paid tight end. Landon Dickerson, top 5 paid guard. Jordan Mailata, top 5 paid left tackle. Lane Johnson, top 5 paid right tackle. Darius Slay, making between maybe $14 to $16 million a season. CJ got re-up for a nice deal. You draft Quinyon Mitchell. You draft Cooper DeJean. You invest so much in this roster. You invest so much in this team. You bring in Kellen Moore. You bring in Vic Fangio. So much money is spent. Now let's get to the fans. Fans, on average, between what? $100 to $300 for a ticket? A family of 4 got to spend well over $1,500 just to be able to get in the building?
$300 for a ticket. Where?
I'm just saying, where you depending where you sit at, and depending who they play. It's it's the NFL. They make Eagles.
Yeah.
Let's keep it real. Eagles tickets shot up.
They shot up.
Season ticket holders. Paying for parking, $30, $40, $50, $60 for parking, depending on where you park at. The concessions, $10 for a bottle of fucking water, $15, $20 for a beer, for a basket of fries. So much money being spent on both sides of this thing. You mean to tell me we deserve that? We deserve that effort? The tax dollars that go into that building, that go into we deserve that word? That's the energy y'all on. That's the type of time y'all on. They're getting paid too much money to come out looking like that. I'm sorry. This
the thing though. Now the offense, I gotta give them a pass, man. They was missing a lot, bro. They was miss. I kind of gotta give the all pass. They was missing a lot, and they showed moments of competency. You know what I mean? They were all. You know what I mean? We got some touchdowns or whatever the case may be. We was really about to make it a 7-point game.
Mm-hmm.
The turnover and awareness thing, Jalen got to clean up. So the offense, I got to get an offensive pass. The offense looked better in situations than I thought that they could. The issue is the defense, man. The defense is crazy. A lot of people talk about Fangio scheme. That's a cop out, man. That's a cop out to me because Fangio's scheme is designed so we don't get burnt with big plays. Nobody is just throwing deep us down the sideline. That don't happen in Fangio's scheme. Fangio's scheme is designed to keep everything underneath to make that tackle. You have to tackle in Fangio's scheme. You have to get the ball carrier to the ground in a Vic Fangio scheme. You can't run Vic Fangio's scheme if you don't know how to tackle. You know what I'm saying? Tackling is what these guys been doing since they was 5 years old. So the scheme is way too missed tackles. That's why the scheme looked the way that it looked. You know what I mean? It's way too many missed tackles. Like all that I just explained and said, the Eagles are still one drop pass away from being 3-1. One drop pass away from being 1. You know what I'm saying? This is probably the worst game we'll see all year. We were severely banged up. I get it. The taste out of our mouths is bad right now. I get it. The effort got to be different, man. This team got 2 weeks to come back with a set and a new attitude because it's been too much talking, bro. It's been too much talking. It just been too much talking. You know what I mean? Because now it's sort of where I can't defend the product on the football field, and that's my job. My job is to defend the product. Real about the product, defend the product. I can what I seen, bro. They gotta go out there and get that smut off their name. They gotta do that, or we're gonna be making video after video about how they suck. Because that was a performance that I don't want to be a part of again, bro. I was about to cut the game off, man. It was terrible.
Yeah.
So I agree with everything LB said 1,000%. First of all, LB, they saying something wrong with your mic.
Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you, but it's like skipping.
It's like a slight skip or echo or something like that. Like a lag to an extent. Almost like some static. But yeah, Simon, go ahead.
I agree 1,000% with what LB said. Okay.
No, my bad. Let me mute.
Offense get a pass. Offense get a pass, but what does not get a pass is Saquon Barkley only having 10 carries. In a game where we didn't have wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, or wide receiver 3, because at that point, Britton Covey had done jumped to the wide receiver 3 spot. Mm-hmm. We was without AJ, Smitty, Covey. Wide receiver 1, 2, 3 is gone. And Saquon Barkley, the most lethal offensive weapon in the NFL, only has 10 carries. I don't know if that's on Nick or Kellen. I don't know who running the clipboard, because in one instance, Nick say he ain't got nothing to do with nothing, his hands off, and then Nick be saying stuff that makes me think Nick does have his hands in his offense. Regardless, 10 carries. When Saquon gets the ball, magic. I see sparks flying on the field. When Saquon has the ball, it's electrifying. Magic is happening. And you're telling me in a game where I'm not mad, y'all go ahead and fuss amongst yourselves in the comments. I'm not mad at Jalen Hurts. I'm not mad at Dallas Goedert for that drop. I'm not mad at that rookie, whatever the heck his name is, for that drop. I'm not mad at nobody on the offense except for whoever decided to give Saquon Barkley only 10 carries. That's a war crime. Whoever decided that should be fired immediately, instantly. That is unbelievably a war crime. Outside of whoever made that decision on offense, because I don't know if it's Kellen or I don't know if it's Nick. I'm not mad at the offense. The defense, disgusting. We got walked down on the first drive of the game. There was never any life, never any fight, never any spunk to the defense. The defense, 0 injuries. 0 injuries on the defense coming into the game. The defense was supposed to set the tone. The defense was supposed to give the offense life. The defense was supposed to be giving us hope with Devontae, with AJ, everybody out. We expected for the offense to be a she show. We expected that. The defense, though, they were supposed to overcompensate for the struggles that we expected for the offense. Grown men. I'm telling you, I can't believe I'm watching grown men. I cover some high school football here in Georgia. I've never seen no bullshit like I saw on the field on Sunday from that defense. High school football players making better tackles. I'm not even talking about the 5-star boys in Georgia. I ain't talking about the Travis Hunters in high school down here. I'm talking about your regular grade A, 4A Georgia high school football in DeKalb County. Your regular degular, everybody in the school make the team if they want to, football players. And I'm seeing better tackling. That was comical. That tackling performance, comical. I watch football all day long. For the past 20 years, I've never seen nothing so bad in my life. Never in my life have I seen such a piss poor performance across the board. Outside of Brandon Graham, I've never seen, I don't know how they can show their face to each other.
They should be embarrassed.
How are y'all not embarrassed? I'm telling you, 100 yards and missed tackles. 100 yards from Next Gen Stats. Next Gen Stats reported 18 missed tackles. 100 yards. And y'all want me to click the game off and be mad at Jalen Hurts for a fumble in garbage time when I watched 60 minutes of bullshit from that defense that had no freaking excuse.
Simone, real quick, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about the whole thing? We've played, in my opinion, you could probably make an argument Kirk Cousins is better than Baker. Maybe. Who knows? But we've played against better quarterbacks so far. Jordan Love, I think Jordan Love is better than Baker Mayfield. I think Kirk Cousins can compete. I think Kirk Cousins and Baker Mayfield are probably on par. Derek Carr, maybe he's the worst out of the bunch, maybe. But I think Kirk Cousins, Baker Mayfield, and D. Carr, they're all comparable in their own way. Jordan Love is by far the best one. I'm trying to understand how you show these capabilities of being top-notch in the red zone in those first 3 games, and then the Saints game, you heard Derek Carr to his lowest completion percentage. You hold Jordan Love to completing below 60% of his passes. Things that it's just that once again, who are they? We're getting too many different products on any given week, which is a reflection of that coach. Like there's a lack of consistency. There's a lack of respect. There's a lack of something. They are so unserious. They are so.
I can't, man. I can't. But I can't.
When we get AJ, we get Devontae, we get them boys back. I'm much more confident in the team. But the question is, for one, does Vic Fangio's soft ad coverage be screwing us at times? Yes. But also, Vic Fangio has nothing. Vic Fangio's scheme playing 10 yards back, all that got nothing to do with missed tackles.
Mm-hmm.
All that got nothing to do with missed tackles.
Nothing.
Okay? So, yes, Vic Fangio's scheme is funky and wonky at times. And, yeah, we be giving up third downs, playing 10 yards back on Mike Evans, giving him extra space that he don't need. Mm-hmm. But that has nothing to do with the missed tackles. But also, my question is, when we get AJ Devontae and the boys back, we're going to look like a much different club. But what is the defense going to look like? That has to be the big question. Because, again, I don't know what changed. What changed from Sunday to Sunday? I'm thoroughly confused.
Arrogance. That's what that is. If you ask me,
I don't know. I don't think it's arrogance. Can y'all hear me good? Is the mic sounding better? I hope it is. Can y'all hear me? I don't know what's going on today. I don't know. But we'll get that, y'all. But at the end of the day, it's tackling, man. Every scheme you got. I'm gonna agree with Simone on that one. In every scheme you got to do some tackling to a degree. And these guys, I think it's the willingness to not want to tackle. And in too many situations, we see just one guy on the island trying to make that play in space. How the NFL really work? Like, where's everybody else rallying to the ball? I think that guys need to start playing more man to man. So then if you play man to man, and you'll be accountable because that's you that got beat. In these zones, there's so many people pointing fingers. Yours, you know what I mean? Oh, that's responsibility. No, when you playing more man to man across the board, then guys are, you know what I mean? They're forced to accept responsibility for their man and for their coverage. The tackles that was missed, it's a joke, man. It's a real joke. And then when you make a play like Brandon Graham made, you know what I'm saying? You force a punt, then you run it into your own kicker. Like Cooper DeJean might got a concussion from people around him, bro, on his team.
That was crazy.
I mean, it's
twice, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's just like it's like what are we doing, man? Like what's the message that's being told? Then guys talking about it's too hot. I can't eat that, bro. I can't eat that, man. I don't care about excuses like that because I've operated in some heat too before, man. I don't care about nothing like that, bro. It's your job to run around and play football, bro, in the heat, in the cold, in the rain. Like you got to play in them conditions. So, and to Tone's point, I think Baker is a lot better than a lot of the quarterbacks we played for real. If you want me to be honest, I put a little more
real quick.
No. I know you're not. Yeah, I know you're not trying to compare, but Baker has some really good weapons. You know what I mean? And Baker throw a really good ball, and we should have been prepared for that, though. We should have been prepared for that. Like the Bucs didn't even run the ball for real, bro. They came out and threw the ball. They came out flat out and threw the ball, and they disrespected us. They got right with us. You know what I'm saying? They found their guys that they wanted to like. Avonte Maddox really scared to tackle, bro. And it's like he really getting valuable minutes on the roster. He's scared to tackle. You know what I mean? We didn't see that in training camp. Why would he be a starting nickel for the Philadelphia Eagles if he is afraid to tackle? You know what I mean? Diving at. That's what I'm saying. Diving at people's ankles. Like, when has that ever been a part of tackling, bro? When has that ever been a part of tackling? Yeah, I mean, it's sad, bro. It's sad. And I be feeling sorry for our legends that really held it down for years, like BG. You know what I mean? Because look, BG is forced to be around. BG could be spending his last season with a team that really want. BG could be in Kansas City. He could be in Kansas City with Andy Reid right now. You know what I'm saying? Like having a time instead of being over here with these young bums who running around don't even want to tackle.
Yo, LB, you know what BG probably saying when he go home, when he lay his head
I'm
next
done.
to his lady, when he relax, he probably saying, "Yo, baby,
10 more games.
These young brothers don't want it, man. They don't want it.
They don't want it.
They want to, they want to buy. They want to wear their chains. They want to look fly. They want to look the part, but they don't want it. And it's crazy. I hate even having these kind of conversations because, like, I respect the craft so much. I respect the game so much. I like never played in the NFL or college ball or even high school football. I just love football and I just study as best as I can, as much as I can. And I try my hardest never to question effort. I try my hardest never to question preparation and confidence because some of those things is hard to measure, right? It's hard to measure those things exactly. They're not really tangible, right? I could discuss numbers. I could discuss, okay, he threw it in I could discuss those things, but it's hard for me to measure a lot of those things, right? But some things just jump off the page. Some things just jump off the screen and they're so clear cut. And you got to ask yourself, who's leading these men? I'm telling you, man, this is a reflection of the head coach. And I'm not taking no fire away from Jalen Hurts, y'all. Best believe that. I'm not taking no fire away from the way that defense performed. Best believe that, because at the end of the day, coaches can give you the game plan, prepare you. At the end of the day, players got to go out there and execute. You got to execute. And because the tackling was so bad, it's like, damn, can I really look at Vic Fangio and say he the problem? Can I really look at Vic Fangio?
Yeah.
It's just not, it's not fair. Like, it's 16 missed tackles. How can I look at Vic Fangio and say that's his fault? How?
No,
we had a tackling issue. We had a tackling issue last year.
Last year, and the year before that, See, people forget. Even when we went to the Super Bowl, we had tackling issues.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We had tackling issues.
But
so,
we had tackling issue last year.
I think it's a given at this point that we all want Nick Sirianni gone. Is that even up for debate at this point?
Nah, not anymore.
But I can't even blame him though. I just feel like
I'm not blaming him.
I feel you
for this specific law. Like, I'm not like when I close the book on this laws, my eyes is looking at, like I said, whoever checked off Saquon 10 carries and that all them goddamn missed tackles.
But start right there, Simone. Real quick.
But Nick ain't off the hook for all the bullshit he's done for the past year and a half.
That's what I'm saying though. A lot of people catching strays. A lot of people catching strays because we got a bad taste in our mouth. Like I said, I get it. But if you win this game, you 3-1.
No,
if Saquon drop, you know what I mean? So we wouldn't be talking about Nick though.
No, baby. I would still be on Nick head.
Yeah,
because
same.
Regardless, you could put lipstick on a pig. We won games last year off some bullshit. Nick Sirianni is still a problem. We won the Saints game, but Nick Sirianni still gambled the game away with all those decisions with the field.
We shouldn't have won that game. Nick,
and like Tone said, I agree with everything that Tone said about them playing to their leader. Nick is not doing any post-game talks. They're not listening to Nick in the huddle. Nick's not the last game. Nick don't even say nothing. Falcons game because they don't want to hear from Nick. The missed tackles has been under Nick's regime. Get rid of his ass. I'm sick of it. I don't think that they are bought into Nick Sirianni. Tone done gave us a 5-minute speech, and I'm just checking off everything. Tone, it don't need to be repeated. Y'all rewind to the beginning of this video. Tone gave all the reasons why Nick needed to be fired, and I co-sign all of that. We have a culture problem. And that starts with it trickles down, and that starts with
but culture and fundamental accountability is two different things though. I think we have a toughness issue on the defensive side of the ball. If you would have invested in a linebacker position, in fact, to where you got a guy that was going to definitely tackle, you know what I mean, you got a guy that was going to lead by example, then I think the rest of the team would have led by example. You know what I mean? You got to have leaders on the field. Who is the defensive leader on the field on the defensive side of the ball? We got to someone on the offensive side of the ball.
Who sets the tone?
Last season, what did they say? We play how we practice. That's what they said last
season. Who sets the tone as far as what?
What I'm trying to
Reed Blankenship, Sidney Brown said last year, we play how we practice when they asked about the missed tackles. It's the same issue this year, missed tackles. That is a culture problem, bro. That's a weak-ass practice problem. That's a weak-ass mentality problem. And yeah, we need a leader on the field.
I agree with that.
A leader, period. When they look at Nick Sirianni, is that somebody they want to get up behind? That's not what it's given. We've had a million signs. Jalen Hurts not getting along with Nick Sirianni. We had Sidney Brown saying the issue with Nick Sirianni. It's been so much coming out, and we even see on the field. We see Nick never has an answer for the bullshit. Nick never has an answer for the bull. He did something.
But how do you? But let's be real. How do you? It's nothing to say. Nobody can take the podium after the performance we just had and give a logical explanation for missing 18 tackles in the NFL game.
Yes, you can, just ask. What when they asked him about? When they asked him about, you say the answer. If your answer is bullshit, they asked him about Saquon having 10 carries. First of all, there should never be a situation where you even have to answer that question, because there should never be a situation where Saquon only has 10 carries. Agreed. What was his answer?
I agree.
We didn't have a good sustained drives. What is good sustained drives?
He had the nerve to say,
I agree.
He had the nerve to say,
he don't have an answer because he don't have a plan. Okay, Jalen Hurts throws the picks, right? I don't care what Jalen Hurts says in the press conference. There's no answer you can give except be better, because what can you do but be better? So I'm not picking apart Jalen's answers. But Nick, what is your logical answer for Saquon only having 10 carries? He doesn't have one because there's no reason for it. He's just out there doing dumb
You're right. And this
question have an answer.
This question was asked him. This question was asked to him before, and his explanation for it was, we were down so much we had to throw the ball. But you got
I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that.
You can't buy that because Saquon Barkley is a home run threat on any given game.
And also, you know why I'm not buying that? I'm not buying it because you was down 24 points in the first quarter.
Practice as a coach. That's mother freaking practice. Snatch it. Snatch the headset. Snatch the laptop.
It's malpractice. I agree. So he's not without blame. But maybe I just cannot get away from what I saw on the defensive side of the ball. I think I'm stuck there, y'all. I'm stuck there until the next game, probably.
LB, there's a long-standing issue here with Nick, whatever his middle name is, Sirianni. There's a long-standing issue, and I was saying keep Nick at a period of time. There's a lot of issues going on. Okay, but Nick has been a long-standing issue. So while we kicking issues out the door, he got to get kicked out too. We won the Saints game despite of Nick. Nick did everything to have us lose that game.
Yeah, and you could probably contribute the Falcons lost on him.
One last thing in the Saints game, Saquon didn't get a carry until what, the third drive of the game?
Yeah, like the second half though, the second half when we used it.
Game despite of Nick not attempting field goal out that game, and Saquon Barkley did not get a carry until like the third drive.
But what that reminds you of?
Again,
what that reminds you of?
Saquon Barkley 10 carries.
The Bucks game in the playoffs.
Not it, bro.
It reminds you of last season, right? Reminds you of last season.
The Bucks game in the playoffs.
How we're overcomplicating the game plan. Which makes me feel like he's still got his nasty ass fingerprints on it, because you can't convince me that you got Saquon on your roster and for 3 drives in a row you go pass, run, pass, pass, run, pass, pass, run, pass. You ain't got AJ Brown, you ain't got Devontae Smith, you ain't got Britton Covey. Your passing game is compromised. So by nature, by default, the next logical explanation in the game planning sessions are okay. How can we stimulate or create offense? No one we're missing our 2 top guys on offense, right? Oh, you know what I do? We got Saquon Barkley in the backfield. Okay, we're going to lean in our running game. We're going to get the play action game going. We're going to shorten this game. We're going to limit the possessions and keep this game within the low 20s, probably low to mid 20s. But no, they gung ho about getting the passing game going so quick, and they got shell shocked by the Buccaneers driving down the field, scoring on them on first couple drives. It just seems like we over.
Bro, the first drive,
the simplicity, the simplest part of the game, bro. I could call a better game in Madden, bro. I could call a better game in Madden, and I know Kellen Moore's calling the games, but this is looking like Nick is still pulling strings somewhere because of the philosophy. The philosophy. You can't, like, Kellen Moore has always utilized his running backs. It's always been a balanced offense, right? And the Eagles have been pretty balanced the first couple weeks or so. But when you really watch those games, you realize, oh wait, Saquon not touching the ball until the second or third quarter. What's going on? In the Packers game, Saquon really didn't get off to the third quarter. Remember? And so my thing is, what's the aversion? See, here's my problem. Again, this goes back to who are they? The Philadelphia Eagles refuse to accept who they are and what they're great at. That's my problem with the Philadelphia Eagles. This has been my problem for the past couple seasons. They refuse to accept what they're great at, who they are. Philly, let's be honest. You are a power team. You are a team that can dominate the line of scrimmage. You are a team that can run the ball, that can put 200+ rushing yards on any team. But for some reason, they're hell-bent on trying to just air it out all the time. And my thing is, it's the first play of the game. Run the rock, see what you get, right? Let's take it to the Jalen Hurts turnover in the red zone. First down. The turnover was on first down, by the way. It's first down. Give it to Saquon. See what you get. Let's take it a step further. There's just different moments in different games where you say to yourself, hold on, wait, situationally, why aren't we just running the ball? You have Saquon Barkley. Anytime he touches the ball, it could go for 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50. We know what we have. Know your personnel.
The Falcons game, the Falcons game too. Like a lot of people talk about the Saquon drop, but what if you actually run it there? You know what I'm saying? What if you act there and force them to take a timeout? You know what I mean? If you don't get it, or what if you actually get it? You do have to have Saquon Barkley close to 100 yards in that game. But I agree with you, man. We don't want to accept the groundwork of the logical I don't even know how to say this. There is a way that you approach football games. There's a way that was supposed to be played, and the Philadelphia Eagles don't want to accept it. You saw the same. Nick Sirianni is a huge problem. That's not what I'm does. If you down your guys on the outside, you're supposed to run the ball and try to control time of possession.
And slow down the blitz. That's another thing. When you run the ball, it neutralizes the blitz.
You're supposed to. You know what I mean? When AJ Brown was out, you know what I mean, last year in the playoffs, we didn't run the ball with Swift. You're supposed to try to control time of possession. You know, so I do fall on the offensive side of the ball as well, just for having a shitty game plan, because we tasted blood from them going up 7-0. Our first throw to Dallas got it. It was a good throw. It was a good route. You know what I mean? But it was a drop, because so many different things can happen when you throw the ball. You know what I mean? It's to running the ball and probably getting 5 yards. So Nick Sirianni not off the hook at all. But I just don't see the Philadelphia Eagles firing him at 2-2. I got to play to get 2 right now. Yeah, he need to go, but I think it'll be a mistake to make it happen in the middle of the season. I think it's a mistake to make it happen in the middle of the season with this run.
I'll tell you this.
I think you got to do it off season if you're going to do it.
I'll tell you this, bro. They had fired that man before they missed the playoffs. I believe that. I don't
think we're gonna miss the playoffs, though. I don't think it's gonna come to that, and I think he's gonna get another line. Like, this the thing. Like,
don't say we gonna get another year, Nick. Don't.
Listen, it's nowhere. This the bottom line. This the cold heart, all frustrated. But we nowhere near dead and out of this. We 2-2. We only play all NFC. Haven't played a divisional game yet. You know what I'm saying? AJ Brown played 1 game. Smitty missed the game. Lane Johnson missed the game. To be what we just saw yesterday is a blessing itself. You know what I'm saying? We saw, and this what really frustrates me about this game. We saw against the Saints. We saw how this defense can play against the Saints.
Hold on, stop.
All of that just went out the window.
Hold on.
Yeah.
This nigga Darius Slay is on a podcast with Michael Parsons.
Right now?
I'm looking at it right now. This was just posted about less than an hour ago. Are they for real? Micah hurt. Okay, what up? Slay for real? You on the podcast right now?
Bro, you listen, I know the podcast game. You got to fulfill them obligations, bro.
If you want this podcast,
I'm done, man. I ain't gonna lie, man.
All I can say is tough, bro. We'll get to Darius in a second.
Hold on.
LB. I don't think all hope is lost, because all hope is not lost for my team, but all hope is lost for Nick. I'm done. It is. So when we get Devontae, AJ, and them back, we gonna be fine. Okay. And the defense gonna feed off the offense. When we got AJ back, we got Devontae back. They back in the end zone, bad boy. They back in the end zone doing the D-Wade, LeBron lob. Defense gonna be fired up. When we get AJ and Smitty back, we fine. But who is not coming with us? Is Nick Sirianni. We gonna be good. I feel like we're gonna be good, but Nick ain't coming with us. He don't get to enjoy the good, because a lot of the bad. Now, again, we talked about execution. We talked about all that. But a common theme from last season to this season, obviously missed tackles and Nick Sirianni having his hands in some G he ain't supposed to have his hands in. He's supposed to be shaking them pom-poms and challenging plays. Throwing that challenge flag and shaking them pom-poms. He ain't supposed to be doing nothing on the headset saying G. He ain't supposed to have no clipboard. He ain't supposed to have no iPad. He not supposed to be tapped in with Jalen in that little headset that be in the helmet. He ain't supposed to be doing none of that. People
saying Slay. People saying Slay. Oh my God.
We told Nick he could stay if he sits down and shuts up. In the words of Cool Cat Carter, he ain't doing that. Nick is to be seen and not heard. Why am I hearing you?
Why they in the comment section? They're saying Nick, and they're in the comment section saying Micah and Slay on a podcast clowning CJ.
Oh, you want to see it? You want to see it, brother? You want to see it, brother? I got it right here. I
don't want to see it. I don't even. You know what? I don't even want to see it, bro. I don't even want to see it, because, like, we not done, but stuff like that can make us done.
You want to
that hear you up from the inside out, bro.
You got Devin White at home liking Jalen Hurts getting strip sacked by Levante David. You got Darius Slay going on the Op podcast mid-season when you just got your ass whooped. Come on. We care too much about this shit. We care more than them. We care. And my parents always told me, when you care more than the other person, that's time to leave that situation. Like, we care too much about this product. And these guys, all they care about is expanding the brand. Darius Slay got 1 foot in, 1 foot out, yo. And I was just caping for Darius Slay about a couple weeks ago.
1 toe in and 9 toes out.
I was just caping for Darius Slay last week, right? Talent-wise. But as far as personality goes, and as far as like just the off-season things the off the field things he be doing, I can't argue with people when they get mad at him, because it's just like, come on, bro. Like, is you with us or is you against us? Like, what's up? Like I'm trying to understand how you go on that platform, knowing how y'all played, and you smiling and giddy and all and basically, you know, poking at your man CJ. Like, it's just it's not a good look for me. That man said he don't know who CJ GJ is. He dismissed that man's whole career. You sitting there kicking with him? What are we talking about? This wasn't flying in the Dawkins era. This ain't obviously they ain't got podcasts back then, but
no, he gotta go, man. He gotta go, bro.
This wasn't a flu.
He gotta go, bro. This ain't that. This ain't that. This ain't that. They making a mockery of the city now. You know what I'm saying? And I can't stand by that. We went through dark ages as Eagles fans. Trash team after trash team after trash team, but they stuck to a code though. You know what I'm saying? That them trash teams that we endured before we got our Lombardi, they stuck to a code. You know what I'm saying? These new guys now, bro, and this is CJ gonna always get a pass from me because CJ's cold, bro. When we won against the Saints, he bigged up everybody. We got the best defense. We got this, even though we knew that probably was a stretch. But he talked positive about his folks. Slay got to tighten up, bro. Slay got to tighten up, bro. Quinion is the future, man. Slay on, bro. I don't respect that. I don't respect behavior like that. I don't respect behavior like that, bro. Listen, bro, I don't respect behavior like that, man. This is laughable, man. This is a disgrace. After you getting cooked, you go with Micah Parsons pod. But see, Micah, people like Micah know what they doing though. He just pouring the gas. You let a Nimrod use you as bait. Come on, bro. Micah just used you as bait. Micah not even nowhere near this person on the face of the earth. You let it you as bait. Come on, bro. And Slay just went for a hook, line, and sinker because he want to be friends with people.
That's my problem with Slay. Slay too buddy, man. Like there's no way Drake London just work you. You talking about good route? What?
Now we possibly got Micah, got us in the locker room. You know what I'm saying? We let dudes infiltrate us. We that sweet? We that easy?
Come on. Like I said, man, this is something that starts at the top. You know, it's funny, right? We talked about how LB earlier. Obviously, you've been on the fire Nick Sirianni train for a while now, but earlier you mentioned how it was hard for you to really blend Nick Sirianni because of just how bad that defense was, right? And I can understand that sentiment. That defense was putrid. But here's my thing, right? Like I said, it starts at the top, and your team is a reflection of your head coach. Dan Campbell came in Detroit and set a tone. Shift their whole culture, turn them around for being one of the deadest teams over the past 30, 40, 50 years. Shifted their fortunes because he came in with no nonsense, because he came in having them boys hit. You know what I'm saying? Dan Quinn said this in one of his meetings with the players on the field. It was after practice. I think it was one of the Hard Knocks episodes. He told the players, right? He said, listen, I know a lot of y'all probably looking at me right now saying, what the hell are we doing? We hitting this early. What are we doing? Like really, we smacking each other like this. We got to make it to the season. He said to this place, he said, listen, I know y'all feel that way. I can see it in your face. You're looking at me like I'm a psycho right now. But if you trust me, if you believe in what I'm teaching you, I promise you, when the season starts and when we get deep into this, I promise you, everything that we did gonna mean something. It's gonna amount to something. Everything we doing right now, I promise you, it's gonna materialize on the football field. So trust me. I will not put y'all bodies on the line if I didn't think it would measure up on the back end of the season when it mattered most. I would not have y'all doing what we doing out here, hitting and going crazy and getting fined up, for doing extra work. I would not have y'all out here if I knew if I felt like it wasn't best for y'all. Y'all gotta trust me. But this Eagles team, They got them tackling donuts. They got them, going through practice, hour and a half practices. The lightest of practices, right? It starts with your head coach. They come in and they set a tone, and players can sniff you out from a mile away. That's why when I hear players campaign for Nick Sirianni at this point going forward, I'm not buying it. They're lying. If I see any player try to defend Nick Sirianni, try to say, "Oh, we got his," they're lying. They are lying. That man is not the answer. He does not have the answers. He never had the answers. And at this point, he's an emperor with no clothes. He's been exposed. He's fool's gold. He's a paper tiger. He's just a guy. He's just a dude that gets excited when he wins and doesn't know how to answer a question when they lose. I'm looking at Nick Sirianni as this dude that they don't respect that. Jalen Hurts in the press conference.
I'm furious.
When they asked him about,
oh my God, watch when this stream done.
About game, I think it was about game planning or how they move forward. There was a press conference with Jalen Hurts at post game after the game, and I think they said, where do they go from here, or how does that normally go? What's their relationship with Nick? It was something along those lines. And then Jalen Hurts said, "We have our moments." What? Meanwhile, Nick Sirianni will fall on the sword for everybody because that's all he has left. Nick Sirianni always falling on the sword for somebody because he think that's going to win him in the locker room. No, you look soft. You look stupid. Hold them accountable, my G. Stop falling on the sword for people.
Why?
Darius got to go.
Hold on. Let me put a cap. We good to Darius. Let me put a cap on this Nick. Why does Nick look so disheveled in the press conferences? Nick be coming in the press conferences like he played 60 minutes, like he had 15 snaps on the field. Why does he always look so disheveled?
He has not improved in his press conferences, not one bit.
Why his hair be all over the place? Bags be under his eyes. His eyes be bloodshot in the press conferences. Why does he look like he played 60 minutes of football in the press conferences? I don't get it. He be looking.
He's stressed.
Out.
He's stressed. He's stressed out. He's stressed out. I'm not gonna say I feel sorry for him. He's stressed out, but like look at what his defense did. Look at what his defense did. Look at any coach should look like that. You know what I mean? I know we don't like Nick. But they ain't playing for him. That's a horrible feeling to have, bro. That's a horrible feeling to have. They ain't playing for him. I felt like in the Saints game, they was playing job. I felt like they was playing job because Nick was on a hot seat after the Falcons. They was talking about the decision to throw the ball in that instance in the Falcons game the whole week. They're not playing for him. They're not even playing for themselves. They don't even They ain't playing like they trying to get a bag. They play. You know what I'm saying? How can Darius Slay be talking to Micah Parsons after the team just got their back beat out on national television? How can you be talking to him, making CJ Gardner-Johnson? This is the culture thing that you was talking about, Tone. This is the culture thing you was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Them Florida boys, wherever Gardner-Johnson from, they don't do stuff like that, bro.
At all.
Philly people don't do stuff like that, bro. We got guys who want to be popular, bro. We got Spice Girls playing defense. We got a Spice Girl playing defense, man. We got a Gossip Girl playing defense, man. I don't respect it, man. I don't respect it. We're going to be ass as long as we got people on the roster like that, man. So you might be right. Dark days are ahead, especially for this defense. I expect the offense to bust their gun this year, but I ain't got enough for this defense when you got guys wearing the C on Z doing stuff like that. Come on, man. We picked the wrong captains.
I'm telling you, if we had a real head coach in the building, I'm telling you, man, we'll be seeing a different product top to bottom. Like you said, they not going the length for him. They talking about it was too hot. My dad built houses in 100, 110, 115 degree weather sometimes, depending on the humidity. Like, I don't want to hear nothing about how it's too hot. It's too hot. I'm not trying to hear none of that, bro. This city, where I'm from, born and raised in Philly, all my life, I see people bust their ass, blue collar, first responders. You know what I'm saying? labor workers, you know what I'm saying? People that work in the hospitals. I'm seeing people that put they all into their craft because they got to bring it home to the babies. They got people to take care of. They got medical bills. I don't want to hear you talking about it's too hot. That's what, I'm cramping up. Which goes back to my original point. They were not prepared for this game. The weather was already on the board before y'all got down there. Y'all knew what was coming. Y'all played in Tampa Bay multiple times. How can y'all keep failing the same test over and over and over and over and over again?
But the thing, we beat them last time we played them healthy. You know what I'm saying? We ain't played them healthy the last 2 times. We had some key guys out the last 2 times. You know what I mean? I feel like it would have been a different issue had our offense been out there. We would have been able to throw off the defense. But missing 18 tackles and them misses go for 100 yards after catch. I mean, that's a tough pill to swallow, man. But it don't, we softer than the blouse and blooms. But you can see why. Guys wearing the C on their chest, running around here kikiing with Micah Parsons, bro. Want to be friends with Micah Parsons, bro. Want to be friends. Yo, you could cut him too. He could go, bro. He could go. I ain't got no Slay jersey. No one man is more important than the team. No one man important than the team. I don't need no interview. I don't need none of that, bro. I ain't that type of guy, bro. I need my team to win. I want to talk about my team being successful. I don't need to be friends with nobody on that team more than I need the Philadelphia Eagles to go win the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? My integrity compromised, bro. And we don't need people like that on the team, man. What I'm seeing right now is a disgrace. It's a disgrace. Because after the Saints win, what's the first thing that Gardner Johnson did? Talk about all his teammates in a positive light. The first thing he did. After a loss, what's the they did? Go on the internet and post all his individual accolades.
Boom. That's the difference.
And then delete it.
That's the difference.
That's the difference with the culture, man. You need guys that's going to big the next man up. That's the cultural difference, man, that we dealing with right now. So just as much as Nick's the problem, guess who been here for the ride? We the ones that made him captain. We made him a capo. He never was a captain nowhere else. We made Slay. It's the first time getting captain here. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's a disgrace, man. It's to be an Eagles fan. You know what I mean? That's worse than the loss. The only reason I could even want to talk to you, the only reason why Micah even want to talk to you is because you got this. You got embarrassed on TV.
You think he reached out to you just cause? You think he reached out to you just for the love?
You feel me? You feel me? Where you grew up at, bro? That you don't know it. You see that? You couldn't see that? Where did you grow up at that you think Micah really care about you? He wanted to laugh at you, man.
That's the gag, bro.
And you fell for the bait, man. I can't take it, man. I can't. I'm on Slay ass all week, man. Slay better produce. He ain't out here getting picks no more. I ain't see a big play from him in a minute. But you running on the ops. You running on the ops podcast, keying with these guys, bro. Man, that's a shame, man. That's a shame, man. We got Judases. We got Judases wearing a sick. That's the cultural. That's what we going through right now, bro. That's what we going through right now. Nobody believe in the coach, and the guys that we supposed to look for answers who wear the C. 2 of them ain't play. Smitty and AJ. I think Lane got a C too, so they ain't play. You know what I'm saying? 3 of them ain't play on the offensive side of the ball. I expected the offense to look mid, but all of them on the defensive side of the ball played, and it ain't that many on the defensive side of the ball. Mm-hmm. I think who is it besides Slay? Or the defensive side of the ball that wears C?
BG. That's it.
BG and Slay. One did his job and he damn near 40. The other one running on Micah Parsons' podcast laughing. Oh, man, we got issues, man. We got issues. And I can't begin to talk about number one until we look at this defense and these weaklings that we got on this team. Disgusted.
Yeah. So
I can't even focus. I'm about to pack Darius bags. I'm about to pack Darius bags, bro. I'm about to pack Darius, bro, because that's corny, man. That's corny.
I don't know what they
corny.
do.
That's come on, bro. In any brotherhood, in any locker room situation, in any organized sport, any organized anything, whether it's the military, whether it's your coworker, you don't do that. You don't do that. It's nut ass out of here, man.
I look at Darius Slay right now and I say to myself, brother, you so lucky when you're week 4. And this is the part where I tried to curve my emotion because I gave so much of it yesterday, right? And I even did a poll. I did a poll on Twitter, and I needed to ask the people. I needed to find out, am I overreacting? Are we overreacting to what we saw? And I wanted to show it to y'all real quick, just to get a clear sense of what we're dealing with, right? Because this just goes to show you how split the people are on what's going on. Check this out. Just check this out, man. So I asked the people straight up, are we overreacting to the Eagles' loss to the Bucs? I want to see something. 52% said yes. 48% said no. 98 votes, by the way. But again, that just goes to show you that in reality, we're all over the place as a franchise, as a fan base, as an organization. We're not even lockstep on what the issues are, or if we really have issues or not, or if we're overreacting. See, again, we said this as a matter of LB, we talked about this before we came on, right? Teams lose games. Losses happen. It's the NFL, right? Like, everybody get paid. Losses happen. I'm not mad if they lost the game. If you lost, you lost. But it's not like it came down to a game-winning field goal. It's not like it came down to a game-winning drive, or like it's how every sacks ain't created equal, turnovers ain't created equal, wins and losses not created equal. You feel what I'm saying? But how they lost, how they showed up, is my issue. And I do want to shift the conversation a little bit. As much as we try our hardest to give Jalen Hurts all the bail in the world, we got to have a real conversation about him. And I'm a Jalen Hurts guy. And that's not going to change until he playing for another organization or until he retire, whatever it may be. I'm a Jalen Hurts guy. I want to make that very, very clear. But as of right now, Jalen Hurts, and I stand on this, and I'm stamping this, and I'm not taking the stamp off of him until I see otherwise. Jalen Hurts is a turnover machine. He's a turnover machine. He's turned the ball over north of 20 times over the past 20 games. He's turned the ball over in like 6, 7, 8 games in a row since going back to last season, if I'm not mistaken. He has like 3 or 4 turnovers, if I'm not mistaken, like maybe 3 turnovers in the red zone so far this season. I mean, I'm trying to understand what's going on with him, right? Because I feel like Jalen Hurts is a talented quarterback. I feel like Jalen Hurts knows how to win football games. I feel like all of that. But I'm watching it, and I'm saying to myself, brother, just make a decision and get out of Dodge. The moment you lost Levante David, you should have got out of there. And I'm having a hard time seeing the awareness in the pocket. I need some LB, Simone, maybe y'all can help me work through this. I'm looking at Jalen Hurts right now, and again, I'm still rocking when I'm still rolling. I will still follow him to the ends of the earth. But brother, you gotta protect the football. He having a problem. You were down 14. You could have turned this to a 1-possession game. That turnover turned it into a 3-possession game because they went down there and kicked the field goal. Bro, you cannot keep hurting your team like this. You got to be better. What's going on at this point for this problem to persist this long? Because I honestly thought the turnover issues was an aberration from last year. I thought it was an anomaly. Right. This thing is carrying over, which tells me no, this is beyond the physical now. This is mental now. He's having an issue because the interceptions are one thing. You know what I'm saying? The interceptions are one thing, but then compiled with the interceptions make it that much more worse. You gotta pick a fight, bro. You gotta pick a fight, bro. You gonna work on keeping 2 in the ball, or you gonna work on better ball placement and your tight throws, or just choosing better decisions when you can't fumble the ball like that and throw interceptions. I'm a Jalen Hurts guy, bro. It's an issue now. It's an issue. You know what I'm saying? And early, and up until this game, I'm like, it's not an issue because it ain't cost us the game. I don't believe the fumble cost us this game. But you know what I mean? It's an issue because in order for us to get to where we need to go and be the team that we could be, he just got to play clean football, bro. He just got to play clean football for it, bro. He has to play clean football. He got to just start throwing balls away and punting and giving us favorable field position, but
But Turner's not. It's not the right thing no more, bro. Don't force it to try to get the crowd going. Don't do that stuff no more. And it's the thing about the little David play. You know what I'm saying? I saw a different angle of the play. That shit was about to get picked off, I think. He was throwing Goddard, who was coming uncovered, but he wasn't gonna have enough zip on that pass. You know what I mean? The way he's knocking that ball back and releasing it, you know what I'm saying? Pause. You know, he wasn't gonna have enough zip on that pass to get that ball there in time. They was breaking on the ball. So he should have just took off because there was a crease right there. He could have slid and got like a good little 7 yards. It's becoming an issue, man. He got to tighten up, bro. Either you get interceptions or either you going fumble. You can't do both because it's hurting the team. You can't do both.
Yeah.
You can't do both. So it is what it is.
I could live with interceptions because him and Mahomes, you know, they both been throwing interceptions left and right. I think Hurts got, maybe 5 or 6 on the season, and Mahomes got 5 or 6, something like that. They, you know, interceptions happen, right? I can understand,
but I don't like that. I don't like that stat or that comparison, though. I'm gonna tell you why, though, because Mahomes is Mahomes, though. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you said
I don't like that comparison, though. Mahomes can have interceptions right now, but we should never talk about that. That's a 3-time Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Yes, and I was,
you know what I mean? I don't care if he had 20 right now. Exactly.
I'm with you on that. He earned that equity. Jalen Hurts ain't got that equity, in my opinion. That's why they talk about you when they talk about you, because you ain't got that equity. Yeah, you a former All-Pro. Yeah, you're a former Pro Bowl. Yeah, you made it to a Super Bowl, but that only lasts for so long in this league. You got to have some real hardware behind your name. And when your name is Patrick Mahomes, you can afford to have a rough start to your season, especially when your team starts off 4-0.
And then right. Because it ain't, number one, it ain't hurting it, and we know he don't got the most talented wide receiver core.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, he got a rookie and Xavier Worthy getting a lot of touches over there and responsible for a lot. But you know, Jalen Hurts, he can't do it, man, because a lot of people still don't believe in him. They ain't believe if he'd have won a Super Bowl in him. You know what I mean? That's just the way the world works. You can't give people reasons to not believe in you. You got to have people. The Super Bowl season, people was mad that he was succeeding. You got to have him like that, bro. He got a football for his name and his reps point. At this point, he got to play clean football for his name, bro.
I can't argue with that. Simone, you got anything you want to say before we get to these super chats? Because we got a lot of them, man. They in here. We got a lot of them things.
It's 30 in there. 30 in there.
Dirty 30.
Yeah. I said it last show. Last show when we won with the turnovers. Mm-hmm. The turnovers got to stop. It's no excuse for the turnovers. Like, turnovers got to stop. Jalen got to be better. I don't have the energy, It's like when you got 2 kids. One kid is drawing on the walls, you know, having a fit, having a tantrum. Another kid is over there playing in their food. I got a bigger fish to fry right now than Jalen Hurts turnovers. I got bigger fish to fry right now. Jalen Hurts turnovers, it's a given. Fix it. The defense is a bigger issue to me right now. I don't have the gas in the tank to have a rant about Jalen right now. Mm-hmm. I just don't have the gas in the tank. We all know he got to clean up the turnovers. We know that. Even with the turnovers, we can still win games, though. We've seen it. When AJ and Smitty come back, it's going to gloss over all the bullshit of the offense. It's going to gloss over all of Jalen's bullshit. Who is going to gloss over all the bullshit of the defense?
Yeah.
It's a solution for even if Jalen Hurts is playing like mid right now. It's no debate. Jalen Hurts is playing like mid. The thing is, we can still win with a mid quarterback. When you have AJ Brown, when you have Devontae Smith, when you have this offensive line, when you have Saquon Barkley, you don't need a hero at quarterback. You don't need an elite quarterback. You just need a quarterback who can sustain a couple of drives a game, which Jalen can do. What's the answer on the defense, though, is my question.
Yeah, man. That's the part where I look at it and I say, damn, how can you fix that over the course of a bye week? And, you know, prior to the season, I was very annoyed about where this bye week was placed. Now, it couldn't have come at a better time. They need to unplug. They need to go back to the drawing board. They need to reevaluate who they want to be, what they want to accomplish, what they're doing it for, who they doing it for. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not seeing the drive.
Hold on. They're talking about Jalen Hurts is getting paid like an elite quarterback. Do y'all realize every quarterback has that contract?
Right. Yeah, I was about to say, I mean,
It's 2024. Every quarterback is overpaid. That's not Jalen. That's the NFL thing. Kirk Cousins got whatever his contract is. Motherfucking Jordan Love.
Trevor Lawrence. Joe Burrow.
Love got a crazy contract. Kirk Cousins got a crazy contract. Trevor Lawrence has a crazy contract. Everybody has an insane contract. I do not care about Jalen's contract. It's a given that in the NFL, if you're a quarterback, every single quarterback is overpaid. Every single quarterback, unless your name is Patrick Mahomes, is overpaid. So I don't care how much money Jalen Hurts is making. If you have a starting quarterback, he's overpaid. That's a given in the NFL now. I don't give a flying flip about how much Jalen Hurts is getting paid. There's only 3 elite quarterbacks in the NFL, and everybody else is just okay and mid. Okay? Kirk Cousins is mid, and Kirk Cousins is winning games. Derek Carr is mid, and he's winning games. Sam Darnold is mid, and he's winning games. Dak Prescott is mid, and they're winning games. You don't have to have an elite quarterback to win games. Jalen Hurts can be mid, and Jalen Hurts can throw 1 pick a game. There's nobody else out there that's better than Jalen Hurts that we are going to get.
Exactly.
Who is better than Jalen Hurts that's available?
Bingo.
Nobody, baby. And we don't need an elite quarterback to win. When you have Devontae Smith, when you have A.J. Brown, when you have Saquon Barkley, when you have this offensive line, you can have a mid quarterback that's going to throw a pick. You can have a mid quarterback that's going to fumble every game. And you can still win those games when you have all those weapons making up for his bullshit. Now, when you're the Bills and you don't have no receivers, then you need an above average quarterback like Josh Allen to elevate his receivers.
Yes, bingo.
When you're the Chiefs and you have mid wide receivers, yes, you need an elite quarterback to overcompensate. When you're the Ravens, you need an elite quarterback. We don't need no elite quarterback. We don't. So Jalen Hurts being mid is not alarming to me. Okay, he's mid. Okay, we can still win with him. What about the defense though?
Yeah, I feel like Jalen Hurts is definitely the low-hanging fruit overall. That's the easy conversation to have. And I agree with you 100%. When it comes to just at the end of the day, these players, these quarterbacks, they're getting paid what they're getting paid. It's called supply and demand. They get paid like that because if you find a quarterback that you got a sliver of hope in, you're going to pay him. It's just that simple. That's how the league works. That's how it works. So I feel like it's a waste of time and energy to get hung up on those kind of conversations, talking about what guys get paid. And you even hear it on national television. He's got, he's a $50 million quarterback. Bro, it's other $50 million quarterbacks that's probably playing worse or whatever it may be. But the bottom line is it's called supply and demand. It's the breaks. It comes with it, right? So I can't waste time on that. At the end of the day, Jalen Hurts he got to be better. We know he got to be better. He's a turnover machine until and this is my benchmark for him.
And let me say this.
Last thing, Simone, I'll let you cook. All I need from Jalen Hurts so he could take that turnover machine label off him. If he can give me 3 or 4 even games in a row with no turnovers, I'll take that label off him. 3 or 4 games in a row, no turnovers, I'll take it off him.
I just need the next 2 because I ultimately trust him. You know what I mean? I just think he's going through, I think he's going through what young quarterbacks go through. Just give me the next, bro, and I think he good.
All I'm saying is Dak Prescott threw 50 million picks, and they still made the playoffs. Kirk Cousins going to throw 50 million picks, and the Falcons probably still going to make the playoffs. Your little everyday quarterback is going to throw some picks. When you got all these dogs that we got, one thing we know for goddamn sure, we can talk about the defensive players all day long. There is 3 MFers that we can rely on every goddamn Sunday. And that's A.J. Brown, that's Devontae Smith, and that's at this point Saquon Barkley. If we got these 3 guys, we good. We good. Offense going to be good because we know for sure who is not coming with the BS on Sundays is them 3 guys, okay, period. We had Jalen Hurts playing like an MVP. Jalen Hurts in his MVP year, and we still lost because of what? A suck-ass defense. So when we had an MVP caliber Jalen Hurts, we still lost because of a suck-ass defense. And what did we all say? I don't know because we wasn't collabing then. But when I did my little shows collabing, we all came to the conclusion that you can have the most high-powered offense, but at the end of the day, defense wins you championships. That was our conclusion after 2022. We had an MVP in Jalen Hurts, and we still lost because of a suck-ass, soft-ass, zone coverage-ass, defensive line not getting no pressure-ass defense that we trotted out there in Arizona.
Straight like that, man. Straight like that. Listen, y'all heard it here. We know y'all was waiting for this live stream. We told y'all to bring y'all boxing gloves. We told y'all to make sure y'all ready to get ready if y'all ready to knuckle buck, because this is one of them games. This is one of them conversations where some feelings gonna be hurt. A lot of people going to speak their opinions, and a lot of people going to agree, disagree. But the bottom line is, we all here for a common goal, and we want the best for this organization. We want the best for this team, and we can't afford to have nobody in the building that's not rowing in the same direction as everybody else. We can't afford to have nobody in the building if they're a distraction, or we can't afford to have nobody in the building if they're a liability. Right? They gotta trim the fat. It's just that simple. And we're 4 weeks into the season, and just to bring it full circle, we're only 4 weeks deep, y'all. We got 13 games.
Lord Jesus, are we gonna make it? This is what 4 weeks is. Strung out, cussing.
She said, "Are we gonna make it?"
I don't think we're gonna make it, y'all. I don't think we're gonna make it. The team saw it. The team. I don't think we're gonna make it.
Bro, this is how
I'm saying real live. I'm saying live betrayal. And no team can function like that. You got to be together. You got, bro.
There's no way Slay teammates feeling that. There's no way. You got to go.
No,
my thing is, you got to go in the locker room. You got to face them. You got to face them brothers. Like you got to talk with CJ in the backfield. You got to have those conversations in the DB room. Like everybody for so. You know what? Rex Ryan said something. And I never listen to Rex Ryan, but he says something today that really stood out to me. He said, "You want to know what the Eagles' problem is? They got too many damn independent contractors. They ain't got enough people who pulling in the same direction. They ain't got enough people in the building who all believe in the same cause. They got a bunch of independent contractors who's looking forward to their next career stop. You feel what I'm saying? So, yes, man, they got some issues. They got a bye week coming up. Who knows who they're going to be? But again, just to provide that silver lining, because I feel like we have a responsibility not only to talk about the reality, but also acknowledge just where we are in the season. And they're 4 weeks in. They're 2-2 going into the bye week. They were missing A.J. Brown for 3 of those 4 games. They was missing Devontae Smith and Lane Johnson for the last game as well. They've been dealing with a good amount of injuries on the offensive side of the ball. Players been in and out of the lineup, whatever it may be. They had some injuries on the defensive side that was related to whatever, cramping or heat exhaustion, whatever it may be. But 2-2 going into the bye week. You've been disjointed. You've gone through a lot of issues. You've dealt with a lot of injuries. You've dealt with turnovers. You dealt with coaching malpractice, and you're 2-2 going into your bye week. A lot can change between now and the end of this season. So again, 4 games done, 13 games left. Philadelphia, Eagles organization, who y'all going to be? They got to decide this week, because you're not going to get no reprieve going forward. It's going to start rolling downhill like a snowball. This is your chance to hit the eject button on all this trauma that they create in that building. You have to trim the fat and have a come to Jesus conversation with everybody in that building and say, hold on, time's out. Who are we? What are we here for? Do you believe in the goal? Do you believe in the mission? Can I trust you? They need to have real conversations. So until those conversations are had, Lord knows they need to have those conversations during this bye week and so on and so forth. This team ain't gonna go nowhere unless they have those real conversations. Unless everybody give up self and start pulling for everybody else around them. It's just that simple. Let's get to these super chats, man. We really appreciate y'all. Y'all been patient. Y'all been supporting, man. Y'all have given us our biggest turnout thus far, if I'm not mistaken. We got over 900 people in this live stream, man, between all our channels. Simone got over 100 people watching on her channel. LB got over 600 people. That's the big dog. You know what I'm saying? Chuck It Up Sports got over 200 people locked in. Like this is what we do it for. We do it for the love.
Hey, where my people at? Y'all ain't show up for me.
Over 100 people, girl.
Told her to put my numbers on blast.
What you mean? You got over 100 people.
I don't even know how you can see that.
This is what you do. Go up to the left-hand corner, and if you click on the eyeball,
I need y'all to show up.
You'll be able to if you float the mouse over the eyeball, you'll be able to see how many people watching on each individual platform.
No, it's only on the lead person. Like,
yeah. My bad. But yeah, I pretty much can see where everybody, where all the views coming from. But nonetheless,
we appreciate y'all for sure. Everybody sub everybody, man.
Yeah, please hit that like button, y'all. Make sure you guys are subscribed. We're gonna get to your super chats. We appreciate all of y'all.
Bye week, we need to do a call in.
Bi-weekly do a call.
I'm down.
I'm down. That'll get vicious.
No,
I'm down. That's probably a 2-hour show.
We gonna give them a 5. We gonna give every caller a 3-minute limit though.
Okay.
Ooh, no, a minute and a half. Minute and a half.
3 minutes.
No.
Simone,
3
minutes long.
That includes us going back and forth with them.
Okay.
You got a minute and a half to say. And then we gonna need a minute and a half for all three of us to touch on it. So
So write down. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Write down what you want to say. Get your points together. Y'all got a week to write your points down. Don't come up here. I forgot what I wanted to say, grasping. Because when that 1 minute is up, that 1 minute is up. Write down what y'all want to say before y'all get up here, so you can have it already.
Facts. I'm rolling. We could do that. We could either do it next Monday or next Wednesday, whatever we schedule the show. But we could do it next week for sure. I'm down with that. I'm down. I'm down. You know, we got 33. It's an all-time high for super chat. So let's get to it. Yeah, let's get to it.
Infamous 2K with the first one. $9.99. He's lonely at the top, held to the skins, baby. Jalen Daniels, #1 selling jersey. Y'all tried to portray yourselves as the bullies, but the truth is y'all sermon soft. I might be talking a little too early, bro. Y'all played one division game. If I was you, I'd chill until Jalen Daniels beat us. I think that shit gonna happen still. He looking good
at the end of the day, right? Yeah, he is looking good. I give you that. Infamous, you my man. You've been rocking with me since I had 0 subs. So you my man. You my man. So I'm gonna give you a little pass because you paid for this. But the reality is, at the end of the day, don't worry. The film room is going to catch up to Jalen Daniels, and eventually he's going to regress to the mean. So I'm not saying he's a bad player. I think Jalen Daniels is having a remarkable start to his career. I think he's going to be a good quarterback. You can just tell by how he move, how he play. But slow your roll, brother. 4 weeks in, a lot can change. So just be humble. Mm-hmm. Enjoy the ride. Because we didn't even get into the meat and potatoes of the season. So just enjoy the ride. But because again, Infamous, you my man. But here's the thing about Infamous, y'all. Let me give y'all a little quick background about Infamous real quick. You got to be careful what he's saying, man. He a little wishy-washy. I'm gonna tell you why. Infamous, when I first met him,
switch fan bases.
He was an Eagles fan when I first met him. And then out of nowhere, he became a Colts fan. And then out of nowhere, he became a Commanders fan. So I was trying to put the math together, and I realized, he wasn't an Eagles fan. He was a Carson fan. And he has never forgiven the Eagles. Carson. He has never forgiven the Eagles for bailing on Carson the way they did. But the reality is, Carson bailed on the Eagles. But I digress. Thank you, Infamous. You my man. I love you to death. You one of my favorite supporters. You gave me $100 super chat one time. So you my man to the end.
Infamous got money.
That's my guy.
Fanny Eagle Girl, $5 super chat. Appreciate you. Hey, trifecta. Here's my take. What's already understood don't need to be said. No need to beat a dead horse on Hurts. Plenty of blame to go around. Yeah. I agree.
I can't deny that, Fanny.
Because we definitely not in a situation to where we could say we're a quarterback away from where we need to be.
Hey, I can't argue with that not one bit, Fanny. You nailed it right there. Thank you, Fanny. I appreciate you.
You nailed it.
All right, Larry Love. Simone, you want to read this one?
Harbaugh. He actually has a philosophy built in. He has a culture created already. He has an identity, and Dan Campbell is known for his grit. He has an identity. What does Nick CEO? What does he do? Exactly, Larry Love.
Great point.
Gamble on fourth identity. Gamble on fourth. And what any gambler knows is the odds is going to catch up to you. So gambling ain't the identity to have or the identity we need. But I agree.
Man, Larry, I keep it 100 with you, man. Nick ain't no CEO coach. He a janitor coach, man. He at the bottom of the totem pole, man. He at the bottom of the staff directory. You know what I'm saying? Like he on the first floor. You dig me? When you see him, he at the front desk. He tell you where the real people to talk to at. You know what I'm saying? So that's exactly who Nick is, man. I'm sorry. It's the reality. And you're so right. Harbaugh installed an identity quickly, right? And same thing for Dan Campbell. I said it earlier, right? So Larry Love, I appreciate the super chat, man. You nailed it. Thank you, brother. Everson Britt with the $2 super chat. He said, "Tone is spitting. Yeah, get Nick up out of here." Yeah, man. I ain't got no words for the guy, man. And the crazy thing about it is, I met Nick Sirianni. He's a swell guy, but I'm sorry, man. I don't trust you with my Philadelphia Eagles. I don't trust you, dog. I don't trust you. What Future say? We still don't trust you. Professor Chaos. Thank you, Everson. I appreciate you. Professor Chaos with the $5 super. You see Slay and Mike on the podcast talking about CJ trash talking and getting cooked. Slay's starting to piss me off. Tell me about it, bro.
I have no word. I just have no words. We the podcast have to be banned during the season, bro. The NFL has to intervene. These mics have to be cut.
Yeah.
The mics have to be cut during the season, bro. It's just
it's a
the
distraction.
The day after.
Right, you couldn't even wait till Saturday when the bye week is in full effect. You know what I'm saying? You could have waited till like let it breathe for a little bit. You dig me? Like, nah, bro, nah.
And the bigger caveat to this is both like the Commanders first in the division. So what the fuck either one of y'all smiling about? What y'all happy for? What y'all happy? Peyton Daniels is literally running wild. And two goofy. Let's get through the super chats. Let's get through it. I'm gonna cook him. Yeah,
I can't wait, bro. I can't wait, man.
We already know
two goofies
tomorrow cooking them.
No. Listen, I'm about to watch some TV with my lady. She go to sleep. He get cooked tonight.
Tomorrow.
And LB, you know,
no, tonight.
You know, you push the needle, bro. Like, listen, LB, you know when you speak, they listen. We know that. We know behind the scenes.
Because this is the thing, though. I'm only saying real stuff, though. Like this man code that's being violated right here. This really ain't got nothing to do with football. But let's get to it.
Yep. Fanny with another super chat. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you. She says the tacklers were tickling and the edge rushers were doing drive-bys. The size of the contract don't matter to me. It's the size of the effort. Yo, Fanny, you cook with that.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna lie. You cook with that one. Shout out to Fanny holding it down in Ohio. I appreciate her. Bro. I appreciate her, man. Fanny was one of my giveaway winners. She thorough. I appreciate her. All right. Larry Love with another 49 super. Appreciate you, brother. LB, you want to read this one?
Left not super chat. Appreciate you, bro. A successful Eagle team is a team that dominates the run. It has always been. We're known for our screenplays for over a decade now. It's gone. Yeah, we ain't been doing that for a couple years, bro.
I remember the time where when you saw the Eagles do a screenplay, you knew it was getting 15 yards minimum. You knew.
But the thing that's correct football. When you the outside weapons, you got a player as dynamic as Saquon. That's how you properly incorporate him as an extension of the passing game with a screenplay.
Right. Look,
but
I'll take it a step further. I watched that Giants-Cowboys game on Thursday night, right? And I saw how creative the Giants were being with Malik Neighbors. He's their only weapon. And they were using him all over the field. You saw him at the X, saw him at the Z, saw him in the slot, saw him lined up at running back. You saw him in most. They were doing so many different things to create opportunities for that brother. You mean to tell me y'all don't know how to do that for Saquon Barkley? And they almost beat the Cowboys, by the way. But you mean to tell me you can't get creative with Saquon Barkley? Y'all can't put him in all these various situations, knowing you ain't got A.J. Brown, knowing you ain't got Devontae Smith. And by the way, we forgot to mention this. The Buccaneers was missing two of their top defensive players, Antoine Winfield Jr. and Kalijah Kancey. They let them smoke you like that, and they ain't had their two best players on defense? Come on, man. We got issues.
Y'all, somebody just said something scary to me.
Uh-oh.
What if Dallas trade for Hassan?
They probably will.
With D-Law and Parsons out.
But here's the thing, though. Whoever trade for him, they got to pay him. He's not like that's the thing. Like he made it very clear.
Jerry Jones too cheap for that. I'd be surprised. But it ain't off the table. Somebody gonna trade for him.
Absolutely. I wouldn't be surprised if it was if I had to think of a dark horse team.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Minnesota
or the Rams. Like the Rams need some pass rush help too. So we'll see. We'll see, man. Thank you, Larry Love. We appreciate you. My man, Infamous 2K, back again with the $9.99 super chat. He says, "What did y'all expect from your defense? Look at your personnel. Y'all spent all that money on the offense. Y'all got at best 1 to 2 Pro Bowls on defense and confused why it's bad. No, it goes beyond that, bro. Like it's deeper than just, in my opinion, it's deeper than just personnel. Because I look at that personnel and I say to myself, they should be better than that. They should be better than that. Looking at that personnel, they're young, but that defense should be better than that." I'm sorry,
bro. No defense should be missing 18 tackles, man.
Right, it's the NFL, bro.
No defense should be. Nobody else is going to miss more tackles in the game for the rest of the year.
I don't know if
that just don't happen at this level. Yeah, that just don't happen at this level, man. Appreciate you, Infamous.
Yeah, you my guy. Appreciate you, brother. All right, let's get the War. LB, you want to read this one?
War V. Thing is, with Fangio's scheme, even if you can make the tackle, the scheme allows you to complete a 5 pass all the way down the field. He gotta adjust at some point. There's up sometime. But there was times where guys had guys dead to right, either at the line of scrimmage or behind the line of scrimmage, and we still was missing those tackles. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? There are times where the scheme works if you tackle. So we never know because we don't get competent tackling enough. Mm-hmm. Thank you, though, Warvy.
Yeah, last week when the tackling was good, you saw how good the defense could be when you just tackle. The basic premise of football, tackle. Thank you, Worf. Larry Love with the $4.99. Thank you, brother. He says Jalen face don't lie. It's the same face he had over on the sideline last year. Something ain't right. Pay attention to his reactions. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it could be.
It could be something to that. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Nick Sirianni.
Yeah, we can speculate, but he had that face when things going good. So you never know with Jalen.
That's a good point. That's a good point too. You really never know. But if you ask me, he wants Sirianni going. I think that's a foregone conclusion. He wants that man going. He don't trust him flat out. I think he can smell the fake. He can smell the fake. Thank you, Larry.
So long wax. It is out of pocket to try some different personnel based on missing 2 top wideouts, like 21 personnel or 22 personnel. Let's give defense a different look. Any thoughts? I agree, man. I agree, but when you go on 20 now, that's a 2 tight end look. Calcaterra not good. You know what I mean? Grant Calcaterra is not good, in my opinion. So, I mean, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. You got to try something, 2 top guys out. I suggested having Jalen under center, going with a more powerful football look, and running the ball more in play action and spots, and featuring Saquon Barkley. But they didn't do that.
Agreed, man. Agreed. You got three running backs that are capable of catching the ball from the backfield. In my opinion, you can make an argument. Kenny Gainwell, Will Shipley, they better receivers than Johnny Wilson and all the rest of them right now. Like, I'm just saying, like, you got if you have a creative bone in your body, you can find ways to find pass catchers for Jalen Hurts to target. And I just don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is. Soul on wax. Thank you, brother. I really do appreciate you. Larry Love back again with the white vans. He says N'Kobe Dean riding water slides out there.
Yeah, man. He gotta tighten up, man. Let's get this again.
Yeah, man.
Right into that one.
Thank you, Larry. Infamous, my brother. What's going on?
Infamous got money, bro.
Infamous McNabb, Randall Carson, all produced with absolute trash from the wide receiver core. Wentz franchise record and NFL record, and took it to the playoffs with Greg Ward. How's Jahan for you, by the way? I mean, he probably still learning the playbook. I mean, I'm not mad at Jahan Dotson.
I'm not mad at Jahan.
I'm not mad at him. Not one bit. They don't target him.
Jahan, right?
Yeah, I ain't mad at.
Like, it'd be different, or your point would be a little more valid if you targeting Jahan and he dropping and he fumble. Like, they not targeting Jahan. Every time he get a target, he catch it.
Yeah, I don't have an issue.
Pretty much. Yeah, he takes his opportunities. When he get them.
Yeah.
Chief Quiz just threw the $4.99 in there. Shout out to you.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. All right, let's get to this next one. Bold Brew. Chief Quiz.
How we must be held accountable. Huff and Smith no shows. Yeah.
Yeah. We be here all day if we hold everybody accountable. We can't. You got to put out the burning fires in front of you. The defense was what's burning this week. If we gonna hold everybody feet to the fire, we gonna be here till 10 p.m.
Facts.
Okay.
Facts.
How are we not getting it today? Maybe
he ain't getting it.
Yeah, and real quick, Harry Roseman. The reality is, let's be honest. Before the season started, once all the moves was made, we all said to ourselves, "I don't want to hear Harry Roseman's name all season because he did what he's supposed to do. He put the pieces in the building. He drafted the people that we wanted at the end of the day, and this is where we are. So I'm not trying to hear Harry Roseman did this and dirt. I'm not trying to hear that. No, I'm not rolling with that. Harry Roseman did his job.
And when every move was made, y'all was happy.
Happy as shit. Happy as a pig in a pigsty.
Oh, we shouldn't have got Jahan. When Nolan Smith got drafted, all I saw was lit.
So enough.
Like, we was all whoop, 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 whoop.
Mm-hmm. Oz with the $1.99 super chat. He says Slay can't ball. Give them Young Bucks reps. Man.
I ain't gonna say Slay can't ball, but Slay not a fit. He not a fit for Philly. He got a dip.
Yeah, I can't say he can't.
He ain't fit for Philly.
Slay belong in LA with the Rams.
Did I say y'all was happy when we traded Reddick? No, but I remember a lot of. I said Nolan and Huff and Jahan Dotson.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't.
Jabril Gilbert.
Yeah, Jabril Gilbert. Thank you, Oz. We really didn't get in Huff either. He got He dodged the bullet.
There's nothing to get into with him.
Mm-hmm.
What's there?
Yeah, he done it. I mean, delete the stuff off comments and turn your comments off. You know what I mean? Do all of that, bro. Because people probably sending him death threats, all type of stuff. I ain't mad at him. And LB right. The defense was more disappointing. Of course. We ain't even got to speak on it no more.
For sure.
Appreciate you, Jabril.
What is there to get into with Huff?
One thing.
He's already said Huff is a waste of space. What else we need to say?
This is what I need to say about him because I realized Baldy was talking about it and he was showing the film. He said essentially the Philadelphia Eagles are misusing this player right now. Bryce Huff, when he was eating last year with the Jets, he was in a 4-point stance. They've had him standing up the whole time, and he hasn't been able to really get off. He's been in a 2-point stance where he's really a 4-point edge rusher. So that's that. And then to take it a step further, right? If I had to give Harry Roseman or this organization some grief, my problem is, right, you sign a player, right? And you know how he got to the bag, but now you're not putting him in positions to validate the bag, right? And then when it comes to Bryce Huff, okay, before you signed here, you knew who the DC was, and you had a feeling of how they was going to use you, but you still took the bag knowing that they wasn't going to use you in the way that you was used to. So my thing is the Eagles, they was betting on his improvement. And I'm sure Bryce Huff thought he would be an improved player by now. But guess what, brother? You're not. So it's again, man, too many angles to approach this thing from. Jabril, thank you for your super chat, brother. War with the $4.99 super chat. He says, I've heard since last year that we want to throw the ball so much it's coming from upper management. Yeah, I've heard that too. I've heard that in the Doug Peterson era.
Though that's why you pay them guys on the outside. You got to throw the ball. Professor Chaos, thank you for the super chat. He said, I agree with that too. 130 plus yards downs, a billion missed tackles was a disaster, but F Nick 2 carries in first 3 drives. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Professor Chaos. I appreciate you, man.
Y'all, listen, what y'all not? Well, listen. I know y'all sending more. We passed our limit now.
We try to get to these things, man.
All right, let's get to the next one.
I ain't mad at it, but I appreciate y'all for sure. Thank you, Chaos.
Definitely appreciate you. Chief Quiz. That's how you say that? Yeah, what's up, y'all? Long time listener. Yo, I feel like that offseason goal with Nick and them was a front. Really tell Jalen don't F with Nick. What is it? Why is this dude's story? I don't think it was a front. They was having man ain't throw a bad pass all training camp. They was having fun. I don't think it was a front. But when it's good, it's good. When it's bad, it's bad.
Yep, facts. That's a big facts. Birdman 951 with $1.99. He says the answer has been staring at us the whole time. What's up, Birdman?
What's the answer? Well. What's up, Birdman? What's the answer?
Yeah, Nick, I gotta find
out. He on your channel. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Birdman, that's my guy.
Yeah, for sure. Roland, $5 super. What's going on? He said they got BG on WIP doing damage control for the whole defense. He's one of the few bright spots. He shouldn't have to answer the hard questions.
Agreed.
I agree with you. 100%, man.
Agreed.
Stop. Meanwhile, you got Darius Slay keying with Micah Parsons. Shit.
Watch this.
Thank you, Roland. I appreciate you. J62 Moon with $1.99. He says LB hates the whole Parsons family.
He do.
That's a fact. It's like no. So they should be doing stuff like that, bro. I don't hate nobody.
Yeah, hate is a strong word. It's all
I don't hate nobody.
It's all fun and games, right?
DQ, thank you for the super chat. Told you we was clipping them LB Bucks Nation. You did. Good win.
Worry about the NFC South.
For sure, man.
Worry about the Falcons.
Y'all did your job. I can't front.
Yeah, did what y'all supposed to do.
Chaos back again. The next day after the Twitter drama, Slade did this on purpose. It was calculated. It was a calculated move, bro.
Because
it was.
You know what I think? I think it's the complete opposite. I don't think it was calculated. I think he's an airhead. Like I think he not even thinking.
It was calculated, bro. You also when you don't really like somebody, man. He really don't like CJ.
Engagement is high. It's gonna be high today.
Yeah. He know, and it's like you too old to not be knowing when you're being used, bro.
Yeah.
But man. Go ahead, be used, clown. Larry Love, thank you for this. Go ahead. 2 years ago, when the interview, Slay said he never dissed his own teammates because he might play for Dallas. That's when I knew.
Oh man,
he never dissed over teammates because he might play for Dallas.
That got by me. I don't remember that. That got by me. Thank you, Larry Love.
Thank you, Larry. Ishmael Julian Khan, thank you for the chat. I feel like after Cox and Jenkins left, no one is a leader due to the fact everyone has a S on their chest, but no one wants to take any make any mistake. I agree.
Yeah. Thank you, Ishmael. Appreciate you, brother. Let's get to this one. D'Angelo Xavier D-Lo. Waiting for that mixtape, brother. He says, y'all using that idea because Brady said it, to be honest. Which idea?
About?
Oh,
he
may be talking about the pocket presence thing. Because Brady, some people were saying Brady was ripping Jalen Hurts. I didn't feel like that.
I didn't
he wasn't ripping him, but this the thing, man. I'm a Jalen Hurts fan, but a quarterback is supposed to have pocket awareness, man. You know, we can't act like that he listen. I know it ain't his job to block for itself, but to know that when somebody's behind you, that's the internal clock the quarterbacks are supposed to have.
You know what?
You just
the way my spidey senses, the way I'm so paranoid, my spidey senses was through the roof. I already know my pocket presence would be on 1,000. Because ain't no way somebody that close to me and I'm not feeling it, bro.
Yeah.
He just got caught in a moment, just waiting for somebody to uncover. He got caught in a moment.
He had to feel that pressure, bro. He was
there. He was there. A split second too late because he was throwing it. But you know, it is what it is.
Thank you, D-Lo. We appreciate you, brother. Oz back again with the $4.99. He says Slade needs to sell his wife's pudding to make his bread that way because he's buns. I heard him.
Shout out to Oz. It's good. It's good.
All right, bet. Say less. Shout out to Oz. Kevin Jefferson. $5 super chat. Thank you, brother. Is his confidence shaky? It might be.
Probably.
Jalen? I don't think so. I don't think Jalen confidence shaky. I don't think so. If you're talking about Jalen. Infamous 2K.
That could be a scenario.
He said Daniel Jones, Jaden Daniels is overpaid.
He on a rookie deal. You funny, man. He on a rookie deal.
Right. Infamous 2K again. Right after that. He said Mahomes, Stafford, Mahomes, Brady, Nick Foles played the lead. Brady, Peyton Manning. Where do you get the notion mid QBs win Super Bowls? It's rare, especially with a badness.
Nick Foles is a mid quarterback, but he had an elite moment. He had an elite stretch.
Nick Foles got a Hall of Fame resume up.
And regardless,
he got a Hall of Fame resume.
Mid quarterbacks playoffs.
Yeah. Mid quarterbacks have won Super Bowls though. Brad Johnson was mid. What was the other dude that played for the Bears? No, Grossman. He took him to the Super Bowl. He ain't win. Yeah, but it's a couple mid quarterbacks that won Super Bowls though.
He's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
I ain't worried about that.
We not worried about it.
Cool Eagle SNE TV. Thank you for the super chat. He said, "Would not be surprised if this team goes 7-6 the last 13.
Don't even say that, bro.
Don't say that, bro. I can't wear that. I can't afford that.
That's not happening.
I can't.
That's not happening. Say that. The last 13 games, I think this win 10 of them.
Trey 979 with $1.99. Shout out to my man Trey. He showed mad
Appreciate
love.
You, Trey.
He said I was done with Sirianni when AJ got hurt against New York. Yeah, that was a dumbass play he put AJ Brown in. What was it, like a bubble screen or some shit like that? It was crazy. Like I can't remember exactly what happened, but yeah, I feel you. I'm done with Nick too, bro. I'm over him.
Appreciate the super chat.
Base Santana with the $4.99 super says Deuce Staley for head coach. Bring back Press Taylor, offensive coordinator.
I feel like
right now Press Taylor ain't looking too good in Jacksonville. He ain't looking too good, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Thank you, Santana.
Infamous.
Back again.
Infamous with the not infamous done spent the bean. Noah Brown hands replacement. Commanders after Jahan got to the Birds is producing more than Jahan. Oz, former Eagle, got here late, had 80 plus yards yesterday. Han was on the bubble for a reason. Why us? I mean, we're not really here. Listen, you tone, homie. We ain't really here to keep talking about the Commanders, bro.
And
I ain't gonna lie to you.
I guarantee you, not a single person on this chat wanted to get rid of Olamide. When we got rid of Olamide,
nobody.
I said a million times.
Resign
we
Olamide.
should have kept Olamide. So nobody,
right.
We're not proving nobody wrong because we all knew what Olamide could be. Olamide came up clutch for us several times last season.
Yeah. So, I wanted when we signed Olamide, I was like, he's gonna be better than Quez Watkins on day one. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to keep him. You know, so yeah, you're not really saying that, but I appreciate the 1999, brother. Appreciate you.
Right.
All right, let's get to this next one. DJ Durrell, $10. He said, "Why were there no hot routes for Jalen to get the ball out quick on Sunday? Look at Baker and how fast he got the ball out. Also, are we going too easy on Jalen to miss his turnovers and performances?" Real quick, They did have some hot routes built in. Jalen Hurts was 60%, had a 60% completion percentage against the blitz, which was actually better than his previous seasons going against Todd Bowles. And then on top of that, those weren't necessarily hot reads that Baker Mayfield was hitting because the Eagles didn't blitz him really in that game. Their game plan was to get the ball out of his hands early because he was getting sacked like crazy over the course of the past 3 games. So their game plan worked. The Eagles, for some reason, didn't see it coming. I saw the game plan coming. I wasn't even playing. So yeah, man, it was just malpractice on all fronts.
They might have looked routes, but it was like nobody really covering a lot. It was like 4 to 5 yards off of people.
Exactly.
So it was pitch and catch.
For somebody in the chat saying how we got rid of Oz, how we didn't get rid of Oz. Oz didn't want to come back because we was on some bull ass ye last season. Oz not getting no targets had nothing to do with Howie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You saying Howie did not get it right. Oz did not want to come back. Did y'all remember how terrible and how stank our locker room stunk last season? How we stunk on the field?
Mm-hmm.
Oz didn't want to come back.
Fanny said Rodgers was a beast as a gunner at punt. Man, Rodgers was mid. He's mid.
She funny, yo. No, she trying to be funny. He was a beast at gunner blocking the punt. Okay, but he did block that field goal. He did redeem himself a little bit in that moment, a little bit. But still, man, you can't do no dumb shit like that. Run into your partner, dog. Come on,
man.
And then we find out you ain't know the rule. Come on, dog. Not being prepared. And by the way, I think that was the first game Rodgers was a gunner.
LBP over it.
I'm over a couple of these guys.
Yeah.
I ain't even want Rodgers to field, bro.
Yeah, thank you, Fanny.
Brian Pumper, thank you for the super chat. Number 1 breed and none can catch the fair ones, and Buddy they can catch a clothesline from hell. GL status. Sirianni can get the boot. Sirianni is wow.
Hey, I love the WWE references, bro. I love it. Thank you, Brian Pumper. Bo Brew with the $1.99. He says, "How we can evaluate defense?" Bo Brew, I appreciate you super.
I don't even think that's his job.
I can't even look at Howie Roseman right now.
What is his job?
Problem.
Right.
I can't say he's the problem. I really can't.
Howie can. Yeah, that is Howie's job.
They call us dramatic. Meanwhile, okay. I don't get why Howie's even in this conversation right now.
I don't either. I said before
fading.
I'm not
fading gaming. Super chat. If the cannoli eating Nick Sirianni gets fired, which coach would you hire? Been a lot of buzz with Belichick. I really don't want him here to be honest. I'm going with Mike Vrabel. I think he got a good relationship. AJ, I think Mike Vrabel, he a defensive mind. I would definitely go with Mike Vrabel.
I would take Mike Vrabel for sure. I'll take Vrabel. He'll flip this shit on his head.
But I ain't mad at Belichick. How everybody else is because he a defensive.
Him and AJ, are they good? Because remember AJ was on that podcast talking about.
I thought he was saying he had Vrabel dude. His issue was with the GM who told him.
The GM ain't want to pay him.
Yeah, this is what happened. Vrabel told AJ, "Listen,
we're
gonna take care of you. We're gonna take care of
you." And
then the GM went ahead and traded him on the day he got traded on draft night. Did you see Vrabel's face? Vrabel did not want that deal to go through. He did not want to trade AJ Brown. And then
AJ was saying though, I watched his podcast on the Raw Room, and I could have guaranteed AJ said that Vrabel knew something and didn't let him know. And I could almost guarantee he said that was my dog. Vrabel was my dog. He watched my kids. Our kids played together, and he knew something and didn't let him know a peep about it. Now,
we'll never know.
That might be true too, though. That might be true.
I might need to run that play back, but I could have swore he was talking about Vrabel.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I watched that episode too. It was after they lost Super Bowl. I remember that. But you might be right though. You might be right. Thank you, Fade to Gaming. Zero J. He said, "Hey guys, cheers. I'm just happy with this bye. I'm just happy with this bye week because we need a lot of work. Really hope everyone's on the same page after this bye week, bro. We're gonna see, man. They got a lot of things to clean up, man.
Yeah.
It's a dirty ass house. I don't know how clean you can get it in time for the people to view it. I don't know. Thank you, Zero J. AC with the $9.99. He says, "What's good, LB? Even though I'm a Commanders fan, I appreciate the content and your work with the Super Friends. I want to ask all three of y'all what's y'all honest opinions of the Commanders in general."
Y'all good.
Trending up.
Y'all good. Y'all, you know what I mean? That ain't even no hate, man. The Commanders a good football team right now. Y'all in first place because y'all deserve to be. Y'all ain't got no players running on podcasts doing weirdo shit. Y'all quarterback playing clean football. Y'all right where y'all supposed to be. Y'all taking advantage of people who thought – strong in the division, and y'all actually the strong one. So I salute the Commanders.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Y'all taking advantage of people who thought strong in the division, and y'all actually the strong one. So I salute the Commanders. Y'all taking advantage of people who thought strong in the division, and y'all actually the strong one. So I salute the Commanders.
I said before the season, once I saw them moves y'all made in the offseason, I said Commanders gonna be good. I don't got no beef with the Commanders. My family from D.
Yeah,
I don't got no beef with the Commanders. I only got smoke for the little boys.
Yeah, for real. I don't got no problem it's really the Cowboys. That's it. Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool with the Giants and the Commanders, but like the Cowboys, they the ones. They the evil villain in the crib. So thank you, AC. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. We almost finished, y'all. Kevin Jefferson with a $2 super chat. He says, "Where's Moore's?" He said, "Where's Kellen Moore's accountability for the play calling?"
I don't think the play calling was bad. I think the play calling was bad. I don't think it was bad. I think he got overruled with having to play more aggressive.
Yes,
and not running the ball. I think somebody overruled him though.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Kellen Moore never panicked in that first half, and Nick Sirianni was the one that was panicking. I wouldn't be surprised. Thank you, Kevin Jefferson. I appreciate you. DJ Durrell with the $5 super chat. He says we need to establish the run game early. Use Barkley early. Why did we not use him early to establish the run, bro? Your words to God's ears, brother. Like I can't ever give you that. I can't give you that answer. It seems like a simple equation, but evidently 1 + 1 don't equal 2 in the Novacarry complex. So, Darrell, we appreciate you, brother. Thank you. And the last super chat,
sir.
Huey with the $1.99. Someone you want to read this one?
Hurts need to look at everyone. Dotson had 1 catch. Agreed. And
yeah, man.
Like I said, once we get AJ in the
I disagree with that take, man. Hurts hit 9 different receivers last week. You know what I mean? He had 9 different receivers the week prior. So Hurts don't got a problem spreading the ball around. I think that, the pressure had him moving sides of the field. It just is what it is. It can't be your day every day.
Yeah, I don't think he trusts them though. Like
I don't think Dotson knows the playbook all the way yet.
I feel like he just be hesitant. It just be seeming like it just be slow coming. Like it just be seeming like you can see him thinking. Like what's taking?
Yeah, like he look like he's thinking.
I'm watching the Ravens last night. Both sides, ball like boom, 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 boom.
But you can't play like that.
Whatever, like the ball can't out fast. I just feel like with us, it just be like you waiting 5 minutes for the pass to go get passed. It'd be like, what's taking so long? Like
because guys still got to get open. Like this is a whole different. The dude played with a whole different wide receiver core. He waiting for something because guys ain't beating a man.
Yeah. But I will say this though, LB, we do got to call a spade though. I normally take Darren Orlovsky what he say with a grain of salt, but hurt like the Eagles just look slow in executing the offense. And I'm gonna be honest with you, my mom don't know a lick about football. All she do is support it because I'm in it. She called me yesterday. She said I watched the show, all that kind of stuff. She said, hey Tom, Is Jalen Hurts hurt? Like, why he looks slow, or why does it seem like he's taking forever to just make a decision?
Let me tell you what I hate when I see. What this be? What this little move be when that knee be? What this?
It's like a little fake when he running. He trying to high step and juke the defender.
Yeah, he do like this. He do like this one.
I hate when I see what's that? We it's the 100-meter hurdles. I hate when he running. Then all of a sudden high knees. What is that?
Yo, y'all don't think he looks slow though? Yeah, he looked like he got the heat.
And then
I don't think he looks slow running the ball. I think nobody getting open, bro.
Nah,
but he ain't that guy though that we think he is. He's not Jaden Daniels or Lamar. You know what I mean?
That part, but okay. It's
Josh. He's more of a Josh Allen guy.
Let me say that. No, D'Angelo.
No, Josh Allen faster than him. Josh Allen faster than him.
Every time I see that hike leg, I be like, "What the hell going on?"
Or the quarterback design runs, he looks slow in them things.
He be slow.
Hey man, well, he gotta tighten up, man.
Hey, Yui, thank you for your super chat. Darrell sent us another one. He says, we are a run-first team, established the run game. I agree with you 100%, Darrell. Thank you for that super chat, brother. It means a lot. And then we got Base Santana with another $1.99. Says, whatever was Nick or Kellen's resume, bro. I don't know what's on Nick's resume at all. Kellen Moore, he got two number one offenses on his resume. So you can't look at him and say he don't know what he's doing. Y'all, that's our show. That's our show. We gave y'all the longest show of the season. Last week's show was long too, man. Like y'all,
you read that super chat on 5x speed. I don't even know what you just said. All I heard was
because man, they trying to hold us hostage.
We had a lot. Yeah, we had a lot to cover, man. I think we got to it, but y'all know we gonna do the live call in for y'all, man. Have y'all questions ready.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It's gonna be lit, man. Maybe we could get some type of call conferencing thing that give out a dummy number. Guys call in and the audio could be over the what's the name, over the waves.
Yeah. You know what? I don't know how to do that though. I might need you to do that.
Yeah, I can figure it out.
Yeah, just we got time. We got a whole week to figure it out. But y'all, we appreciate y'all. Y'all supported this show. Y'all have donated tremendously. Y'all have invested in us like no other. The way y'all showed out on all 3 of our channels is immaculate.
Oh my! All right.
And we grateful.
All right.
What happened?
We're gonna talk behind the scenes.
All right. Say less. Listen, y'all. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Right. Smash that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it. It's a bye week. Get some rest, y'all. Kick your feet up. Maybe y'all can watch some guilt-free football this week. So, man, that's how it is. So, y'all know what it is. Lord Brunson, Simone Stanley. I'm your guy, Tone. This show's the second from Chalk It Up Sports. This has been the Link Up. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Flag was fly. And let's pray for rain. We out here.